To take over again. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
He'll buy some time right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Roethlisberger now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Beasley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears cut into that lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we're at halftime here. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Take two of them.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Detroit. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Roethlisberger. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 30 yards there. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand. and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
Focus, focus.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Meet these two.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. In for the score, and the Bears get a bit closer. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Lucky 56.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Ford Field. The Lions on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Adam Humphries. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
On to the field now come the Bears. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Roethlisberger. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Preston Smith in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Here we go. 3-19.
On second down, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They run it here with Gordon. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. The Lions on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Coney Ely in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Back to throw. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! Calvin Ridley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? He'll look to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. That one goes for 36 yards. Now Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, he's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. He finds some open field here. And out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down.
Wrap ups.
There goes Melvin Gordon. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
And you really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Lions, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And now they'll have a few extra days before they face the Rams next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
Come here, sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle.